There's a new product out from Ernie Ball, and it's a collaboration with none other than John Mayer. Hey everyone, welcome to Peach Guitars. My name is Sam Beveridge. Thank you so much for joining us here. If you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions after today's video, please pop it in the comments below and we'll do our best to get back to you as soon as we can. There is a new release from Ernie Ball, and it is the Silver Slinky, John Mayer's signature custom gauge set. Now, this new custom signature set of strings is a 10.5, 13.5, 17.5, and a 27, 37, 47. Now, this set has never been done before by Ernie Ball. It is a completely new custom gauge set of strings. And today we have set up PRS Silver Skies, one with gauge 10 to 46, the standard gauge 10 set, and the other with the new Ernie Ball Silver Slinky John Mayer signature strings, so that we can hear the difference, feel the difference, and try and relay that. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be hard over video to give you that information, but we wanted to do it to see what we could explore with it and see what the differences were to us. Now, in order to try and emulate a little bit of that John Mayer style sound, we're going into a vintage deluxe 2-rock, and we've got the dualist from King Tone pedals for a little bit of that tube screamery style overdrive, and I've got a delay and another reverb pedal on the floor here, and a little hint of reverb on the amp. Now, for those of you who might be skeptical, I completely understand. However, I'd encourage everyone to keep an open mind. Obviously, these things are subjective and relative to each individual, and there's a beauty within music that all of this can be down to the individual player. There's loads of stories of musicians out there being so particular. But when it is your whole life, it's something you do all day, every day, you start to notice the subtleties and the differences more and more and more. So if you're someone who plays guitar quite casually as a hobby, you might not notice the differences so extremely. But to someone like Eric Johnson, his batteries or his valves, whatever it is a little bit, I liken it to sometimes when you hear golfers talk about the differences in their clubs and the tiniest detail of where the weight lies or the angle of this or the material of this. The same thing with wine connoisseurs and coffee connoisseurs. You know, the more and more they're exposed to these things, the bigger and bigger those tiny differences make. So to someone like John Mayer, playing as much as he does, touring as much as he does, writing and performing all the things that we know he's done, these tiny details start to come into their own. And as players, a lot of us here use different gauge strings. We're all excited to kind of get a feel and a sense of what these strings might be about. Now, we hope you've enjoyed this, and we'd love to hear if you've noticed any difference. Maybe you'd like to let us know what string gauges you use and whether you'd be open to trying a set of the John Mayer Silver Slinky signature strings. It's been a real pleasure to play these guitars and test the difference. And actually, in a sense of the feel, I have really noticed a difference, especially on those lower strings, the E, the A, and the D string. There's something in that ever so slightly kind of more tension, ever so slightly thicker, and just a little bit more of a kind of a little bit more kickback from the strings on the E, the B, and the G string, as that tiny 0.5 just makes a tiny difference in that tension. So I'd love to know what you think. Hope you've enjoyed the video. We know that this is going to divide the crowd, but this is the kind of detail that we love in the guitar community. So thank you for watching. Take care. We'll see you again soon.